Hello and welcome to the Edgy Games channel. This is Josiah and I've got opinions on gaming stuff. Now, I've been playing a lot of Legend of Zelda lately, so I haven't been able to really sit down and talk in front and just talk. I'm going to talk today about the Switch because there are there. I had a couple of first impressions. I don't know how much of these will be true throughout the entire life cycle of the Nintendo Switch, but having played it, I do have a couple of opinions that I'd like to just kind of run across you guys. First, the my first impression as I was playing it, because I sat down, I started playing it, and the first thing that popped to my head was this is a mediocre home console and a phenomenal portable console. Those are the kinds of things that popped into my head. But then I really sat and thought about it, and I said, well, but that's not exactly fair, because it is 2-in-1, and that has the appeal of it. But let me talk about each of the modes, the handheld and the home on the TV mode. Both modes are decent. But the TV mode is there's nothing special. I mean, you sit down, you play it at least with Breath of the Wild. I haven't played any other game on the Switch, so I don't know how any of these other games look. I heard that 1080p 30 frames per second would be what all the other games are going to be running at. Whereas Breath of the Wild doesn't run that way because it was a game made for the Wii U, and it just wasn't made for the Switch specifically. So it's going to have, there's going to be frame rate drops, there's going to be those other things. So there's that. So the home is not... It's not phenomenal. It's not amazing. It doesn't blow my mind as a home console. I'd say the only thing as a home console that makes it really, really good is you have different controller options. And this is probably one of the way better things about the Switch than any other game console, is that with other game consoles, you have kind of one option of a controller. You can just sit down and you can hold the controller in your hands, and that's about it. Like, that's probably the best that you're going to be able to have. Whereas with the Switch, you have several ways that you can play this. You have the sideways controller. You can have them separate and do it like this. That's how I've actually been playing the game a lot, is just not using the grip at all, just having the separate Joy-Cons in my hands and just doing this, which is really relaxing, by the way. For me personally, I know there are a lot of people who need a controller to sit down and to be able to use a controller. If you want to be able to do that, you can do it. The grip, you can use it with the grip. Or you can use a Pro controller, and you can use you can do all of those options, every single one of those options, and none of them feel uncomfortable, right? You have all those options, none of them feel bad. You simply just have the choice, right? And it's really surprising because when I first opened the Switch, my first impressions were like everything looked really small, and so I was worried about the controllers being too small or my hands cramping up. That doesn't happen once with these controllers. These controllers are they are comfortable enough to the point where the controller isn't distracting. It's not distracting to use. So I would say the controller is really good. I would say that's the only appeal to the Switch as a home console. Now, as a portable console, you have all of those things. You have all of those. You still have all of those controller options, but the thing that makes it super appealing is the fact that it's just better than any other handheld on the market. The fact that you can play massive on. My brother's coming in. Hold on. Okay, where was I? Yeah, you can play massive games portably. That is an incredible incredibly good. That just makes the portable system really amazing. I mean, it really does. So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think really as a portable console, I think it's just better than anything. It's better than anything. It's a fantastic portable console. The fact that it has a kickstand and you can play it like this. It's just and it looks good. A lot of people have it's a 720p screen, and it is. It's not amazing quality, but for a portable console, and the fact that it can run games that are really massive with little to no problem is incredibly appealing. And not only that, but because it's tempting to review it or kind of see it as either a portable or a home console, it really is both. The fact that you can play that same massive game at your home and the same as just around is an incredibly appealing thing. The fact that this can just blur the line between portable and home gaming, right? I mean, literally, it's just like you're just changing the way people play games, because no longer is it, it's a portable game, right? This is a 3DS game. I have to get another 3DS. I have to get a 3DS to be able to play this game, right? That's kind of weird separation. Because Zelda has 3DS games and it has home console games. But the fact that you can do both of these things at the same time, and you don't have to be limited by the amount of consoles you have, is incredibly appealing. And I think it fills a hole. It fills a hole in the market. There was this whole, you had either portable. My 3DS is over there. You either had portable or you had home consoles, and there was nothing else. This is both, and I think the market really needs this. One major problem that needs to be talked about, that I'm still having problems with, and people said it would be fixed on a day one patch, and it hasn't been fixed for me, at least. Maybe it's been fixed for other people. Has not been fixed for me. Is the controllers desyncing. The controllers desync when anything gets between the controllers and the console. That is a really big problem, especially when you're playing games that, like, you're on top of a cliff and then you just walk off a cliff, or there are enemies that you're not prepared to fight and you just walk into the enemies that you need to fight. That is, and you need to fight them at that point. It's incredibly, there are a lot of things that are so wrong with these controllers just desyncing. It's a problem. I think it's a very real issue that needs to be addressed, because if anything's ruined my gameplay, it has been that. Another concern, not about the system itself, but about the company. Nintendo still seems to be as grabby with its content as it was before. Which is a shame. It really is a big shame, because you'd think Nintendo would light up on things. They put a share button on their console, right? It may lead you to believe that they don't care who shares their stuff, as long as you're playing it, as long as you bought it. They have your money. Now you can post whatever you want and so on. Nope, there's still a whitelist. There's still people that they won't allow to review their stuff, to just fairly review their things. That's a massive concern, and I think if Nintendo has any chance to come back, they need to stop that stuff as soon as possible. But that's it. Those are all my concerns about the Switch. I love it. It's something like the first console that I ever got was a Game Boy Advance. There's a soft spot in my heart for portable gaming. So if you like portable games in any sense of the word, you owe it to yourself to get a Switch. You just do. It's an amazing portable console. Just get it. It's incredibly good for portable gamers. If you have absolutely no interest in portable gaming at all, and you strictly want a home console, and you don't, and the idea of taking a huge, awesome world anywhere you go, if that's not an appealing idea to you, then don't get the Switch. But it's incredibly appealing to me, and that's why I love the thing. So, if you guys have any opinions about that, please post in the comments. Thank you very much.